Yeah, welcome to my channel. I'm streaming live today, more so because of the fact that the draft is pretty much done practically. I mean, the second round is pretty much done. Um, I think everyone is anticipating for pick number 55. That's the reason why anyone was really looking at the second round of draft, basically, or watching the second round of the NBA 2024 draft is more so because of the fact is like they wanted to see where Bronny James was going to go, which most likely was going to be LA. Rumors were going abound, basically that they were saying that if you pick Bronny before the Lakers, he will not go. He would just go to Australia or play in Australia or something like that, whatever it may be. So, but in any case, I mean, it's interesting to see how the Knicks fared out. Quite honestly, more so to the point where they after the Mikal Bridges trade. Now it's still yet to be finalized. Of course, it's still yet to be finalized. But the fact of the matter is with the fact that they've also re-signed OG Ananobi, which was a big thing. This is now the biggest thing where the fact that they were able to get Mikal Bridges and sign OG, the real question comes down to is what are they going to do with Hartenstein? Will they be able to resign him? Which chances are they probably aren't going to be able to because let's be honest, they don't have this cap space. Even when they made those trades uh, for the 25th pick or the 24th pick actually, it was the 25th pick. I can't remember exactly, but in any case, the pick that when they traded off that pick, because they traded off the 25th pick, so they and used the 26th pick for the Frenchman. But in reality is that 25th pick trade was more so to the point where getting quite a number of second rounders was more so for their cap space. They needed to by picking whoever they select, they have to sign that person for whatever it is, which falls into their that current um, salary. Well, what is the matter? The matter of the fact is I can't even see if I am online. I just can't see if anyone's chatting with me because I'm on a different app now. Oops. Because usually I was mostly I'll say this. I was mostly. Why isn't this working? I was mostly uh, live streaming from my phone on the Mets game itself, basically. But it'll be interesting to see how this works out. Showing that I am connected, okay, but there's no users, which is not a problem. It's not a problem for me there. Um, but more so to the point where um, how the Knicks stack up, it's a different story, honestly. Because let's be upfront, I don't think they're playing for the future. They aren't. Um, and the fact that they picked Kolek for their 34th pick, I don't know if that. I'm honestly not sure why that plays a factor. Um, Giving up three second rounders for Kolek to draft Kolek, I don't know what it is. Um, of course, he's a guard, but I mean, what's he gonna do? I honestly don't. You already got Brunson. You already got McBride. So like, what are you gonna do with Kolek? Um, you've already got the Diet or the diet or the D. Um, so I'm not sure what you're gonna do at this point. Like, why you even have him Kolek? Why even get rid of those three second round picks? Trade those three for Kolek? I mean, unless they're planning to like package him and maybe the deal with Mitch Robinson or someone so that they can maintain Hartenstein. I don't know. Uh, and the number 40, yeah, I don't know what the hell heck this goes up to, but quite honestly, more than anything else, um, it'll be interesting to see how this works out in the long term. Um, the sad part is next year's draft is going to be an impressive draft. I would have loved if the Knicks could have traded for an unprotected first rounder for next year, because that draft class is going to be stacked. Let's be honest, it's going to be stacked. Not even the top tier, but even on the lower end of the draft, it's going to be stacked. So this would have been a case where like the Knicks should have had their draft pick for that year, but they don't, and that's kind of suck at this point, quite honestly. So. Um, I know they're going all in, or they plan they this whole thing was to go all in. Was planning to go all in, but I don't know. I honestly don't know, to be honest with you. It's something I'm worried about because going all in doesn't always work out. We saw what happened with the Nets when they went all in for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. It didn't work out for them. Similar to when they went all in with uh, KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, that it didn't work out for them. I mean, like it was an all-in win or bust type of situation. I think this is the case where it's going to be win or bust situation. And if the Knicks don't get past the second round into the conference finals and into the finals, but at least the conference finals, it's going to be problematic. Now, yeah, let's to be honest, yeah, if Anobi doesn't get injured uh, in that round, in the second round, playing against the Pacers, the Knicks beat the Pacers, they advance, and they go against the Celtics. Whether they beat the Celtics or give them a game or not, that's a different story altogether. But now this is the case where like they're setting up to try to beat the Celtics or get past the Celtics. I don't know if this helps them out short term wise or even long term, because the fact of the matter is even with Ananobi and with Bridges, and yes, Bridges can be worked around to the point where like you probably have Ananobi, Bridges, Randall, Robinson, and Brunson, and you have Hart and DiVincenzo basically sitting on the in the bench, and they're your bench, the sixth and seventh man basically, as well as McBride. You still need that big man, like Mitch Robinson. Yeah, as good as he is, I'd rather have if I had a choice between um, Hartenstein and Mitch Robinson, I would go with I would go with Hartenstein. I mean, 2 years ago I would have said yeah, Mitch Robinson all the way, but it's more so to the point where we saw how Hartenstein had played and showed how good he is, and he was integral in showing the little things that he did that I don't think Mitch Robinson does, showed the value of Hartenstein at that. I mean, honestly, let's be honest. Hartenstein, yes, when it comes to the rebounding aspect of things, yes, Robinson's much better than Hartenstein, but Hartenstein is definitely a better passer, and he's a better man at setting the pick than Rich Robinson. The other factor is let's be honest, Robinson is known to be injury prone, whereas Hartenstein not so much. So, um, I don't know. It's hard to say from that perspective. But with that, I'll leave it at that. I mean, honestly, only time will tell how the Knicks will play. Um, but I mean, quite honestly, this NBA draft, I don't know how to rank it. Quite honestly, it's hard to say. Um, It'll be interesting to see how Bronny James plays out, because like, will JJ Redick be that coach, or will he be the friend or the fan wanting to see Bronny and LeBron playing at the same time? Maybe he gets that out of the way. I mean, I think this. I have to say is unless something comes up and shows us, otherwise, hopefully, it turns out to be incorrect. Because let's be honest, with the year Halliburton was drafted as well as Mitchell, it wasn't as strong of a class at that time, and yet all these players from there came to be what we see. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out as well too. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Um, Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Knicks get past everyone and get to the finals? I think they are a superstar player away from getting into the finals, but these are not the superstar players. Randall, Brunson, I can guarantee you this. Put it this way, I'm going to guarantee you this. Randall's got to be your number three. He won't. He can't be your number two scorer. He can't be the number two option because if he is, you're gonna lose. And the best part is, if Randall struggles, this is the part where I was worried about because we saw it last year, a little bit during the playoffs as well as the year prior and such. Randall struggles in the playoffs. He's good during the regular season, but in playoffs he struggled. When he struggles, you could bring in other players at that point. You could put in both Anunoby and Robinson together and Bridges. Having those three at that point kind of helps out in the long term for us. Or now the question is like, who's going to replace Hartenstein? I don't know. Maybe the Knicks find a way. Or I was hoping they were going to, draft a big man. I mean, that kid out of Duke might have worked. Flippalopoulos, whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Sorry, Flippaloculus. I'm going to call him Flippalopoulos. I know his nickname is Flip or something like that. But in any case, maybe if the Knicks could have used that pick, maybe their second round pick on him, basically, if they had the shot, it might have helped out. I mean, it's not going to be a case where he's going to be a starter, but at least he's going to be a good backup center that can help out in the short term or long term. I mean, anyways, as far as eating up minutes and helping out in the long run. But again, well, only time will tell. So we'll have to wait and see. It's a sad state, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, in that situation. So, sorry, I was like looking at a few other things. But in any case, there's not much I can say about this. But like honestly, it's gonna if the Knicks can do what I think they can do, or what they're capable of, they should have the number 2 or number 3 seed for sure. Will they be able to get past the Bucks? It's hard to say because with Doc Rivers in place and having that system in place, and Lillard and Giannis working together for one more full year, they might go through. Because I mean, look what happened again. Dallas. Look what happened with Dallas. Irving and Doncic were not that great, so we'll see what happens there. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, and of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.